Hey guys, so the Panda global ranking for Smash Wii U is coming out again. 50 through 11 are already out by the time this video goes up. Please go check out the articles down below, but today I will be talking about the few kind of really surprising people from each of the areas being 50 to 41, 40 to 31, 30 to 21, and 20 to 11 that just caught my eye. I'm not going to go over all of them, so again, if you want to see the full list, please go to the links down below. I will be linking everything. This is not the full list, but I'm going to be talking about my most notable ones and including Area 51, which we're going to start with. And before we get started, make sure to go to, check out at the PG Stats and at PG_Swar, the people behind the PGR. I would really appreciate it, and just go make sure you follow them so you can get the information from them. The only person on Area 51 that kind of caught my eye was I expected Karna to be on the PGR, but he's actually in Area 51. He had incredible runs throughout the season. He's had actually one of the strongest records versus Bayonetta, period, of the whole season. He has multiple wins on Lima, a win on Mistake, a win on Tyroid. Those are all very impressive. Mistake, clearly at least a top 10 player. Lima in the top 20, and Tyroid in 30 through 40. But I guess the biggest thing was the only time he really did extra well was at CEO, where he got, I believe, 25th or 17th. But he did get those 2 wins, but the placements weren't exactly super helpful. So he'd get wins because he was low seeded, and then still get 33rd or 25th or something like that. So that's probably what kind of hurt him. Hopefully, now he has a little bit more respect on his name, and hopefully he can do better in the subsequent season. In the 50 to 41 type of area, I was the most surprised by 2 people, mostly because they play really bad characters, that being Sinji's Pac-Man and Meister's Game & Watch. Sinji just played absolutely fantastic this whole season. He's obviously been one of the strongest players in New York for a long time. Pac-Man definitely is a low tier / very low mid-tier character, but the fact that he was able to get a win on a player such as DeBuzz this season, such as Mr. E this season, just constantly getting good wins in the New York C and B tiers, is really impressive, especially with that lackluster type of character. He is honestly an incredibly scary player. I'm so happy that I've only played him a single time, and I feel like it was kind of before his rise at EVO 2016, so I'm very glad I haven't played him, because he has so many traps, he is so smart, he is so obnoxious, just because kind of Pac-Man's obnoxious, and I wouldn't know what hits me when I'm playing against him, and that's kind of how he gets his wins. I mean, not just that he's only a gimmick type of player, because he still has very strong fundamentals, but man, it is so hard to remember all of Pac-Man's tricks unless you have a dedicated Pac-Man that you practice with all the time. It is really difficult to just be like, oh, okay, so the water's about to shoot out and the bell hopped twice, but it can do 4 hops, so it's gonna go 3-4 on, it's so hard to know all of those type of things when playing against him, especially in a high pressure situation when you're trying to approach, you're trying to gain the lead back, and it's just really impressive to me that he was able to accrue all those wins and all those decent placements. And Sinji's win list wasn't exactly small either, so as I mentioned, he beat DeBuzz, he beat SDX, he beat Captain L, and he beat Komorikiri. He beat Como! Cloud vs Pac-Man! How did he even do that? That's so impressive! And I'm very proud of him for finally being the first Pac-Man since Abadongo in the early days to get on the PGR. And obviously someone that has had the eye of many people this season is Meister. First off, he had an amazing run at Genesis, beating Mistake, who ultimately got second. Other than the Mistake win, he won against Mr. E, which I don't know how he did that because that matchup is awful. He won against Mars at Hyrule Saga, and he won against Hobby. Those are pretty notable wins, and he's been playing so impressive, even again with a, at best, mid-tier type of character that a lot of people would think. He even beat me, but unfortunately for him, the win on me and the 2 wins that he got on Tyroid at Combo Breaker don't count because that Combo Breaker wasn't a PGR event. He has so many eyes on him. He has been doing so well with such a mediocre character. So imagine what would have happened if those wins did count. He's just been playing so well, and all of his losses seem to be from very top tier type of players, and so he got it. He's doing really well, and I'm impressed. So in the 30s, the 2 main people I wanted to talk about were Ken and Captain L. Ken, being the former top 10 on the PGR, one of the scariest players to ever touch this game. He is so good, the best Sonic. He has wins on pretty much everyone, and he's just so scary, but the reason he dropped off so hard is just the fact that he went to way less tournaments. He top-8 EVO Japan, but the amount of events he was able to go to just significantly lower. He didn't come to America, I think, a single time this season, which obviously Japan had a lot of C and B tier events, but you're not able to quite get those top 10 victories when the second best player in Japan was Abadongo from last season, who was top 20 and is top 20 again this season, but he's not able to accrue those Nairo, those DeBuzz type of wins when he's stuck in Japan. But again, Ken, definitely one of the scariest competitors. I think he was the biggest drop off of the whole season, but that doesn't mean he's worse. That just means he literally didn't go to as many A or higher A tier events, which were all unfortunately in America. And Captain L's on the list. Look, there's another Pikachu, both in the shot and are in the PGR for the first time. There are 2 Pikachus on the PGR, because like spoilers, they made it on the PGR. I'm so happy for him. Captain L had such an amazing season. Like, he beat multiple top 10 players. So between the wins on MK Leo, Tweak, and Mr. R, he still did get some other wins, like with Hobby and Chag and Charlie the King. But like, you got 3 top 10 wins with Pikachu. I'm so proud of him, and that is not including the win on Larry Lur that he got with Jigglypuff, at least for 2 games, that he got at a non-PGR event. So he's just playing really well. He's doing incredibly. I'm so happy that I have another Pikachu on the PGR. Finally, Landon, my boy, the defensive Bidoof specialist. And he's just, you know, the reason he started doing way better is because he started pushing his advantage state. You know, there's a big difference between me and him. I always try to, you know, get in, get hits, keep my opponent in disadvantage, and read them in disadvantage. Whereas Landon is mostly a kind of defensive, like, hey, hit me type of thing, like, try to hit me, I'm gonna counter poke you, which you saw a lot in the Mars set, but he eventually started just practicing the training mode mod and getting, okay, these are my combos, these are my extensions, this is what I can do, and he started doing way better in advantage state. He has had some ridiculous strings this season, and I'm just so proud of him. I'm so happy that I have another Pikachu on the PGR. Finally, we have 2. In the 20s, there were actually 3 people I wanted to talk about. The first being SDX, the Mewtwo main from New York. He had an absolutely fantastic season, getting 9th at Gommel, getting top 8 at Hyrule Saga, just constantly getting really big name wins, just playing incredibly well, just showing a different style of Mewtwo than you've seen with Waddy and Abadongo. Just played absolutely fantastically. I hate Mewtwo. I do not like that matchup. I would be so scared to play against this guy. His edge tricks are so tricky. He uses such good, like, he's so fast. He uses Mewtwo speed so well. He's so fast. He's so aggressive, but at the same time, his disadvantage is absolutely fantastic. I actually thought he was going to be the highest ranked Mewtwo solo main. Like, I thought he was going to be higher than Waddy this season, but Waddy just had a few 2 solid performances to eke him out. But either way, like, SDX had some incredible wins, which to me, his biggest 3 were like Waddy, Light, and Ally. But either way, he just played so well this season. All of his losses were pretty understandable and pretty, like, notable people. So he just played incredibly solidly the whole season, just played really well, and I'm just proud of him. I mean, I feel like started like a year and a half ago, and he's just been slowly grinding his way up. You know, I remember seeing him at Shine 2017, and he was like pretty good, but then the jump from then to now, and like Shine is in a month, so he's just been playing absolutely fantastically. Just good stuff to you, dude. The next person I wanted to talk about is Raito. So if you guys have watched my videos where I ever talk about Raito, I love Raito. He is one of my favorite people. I love him so much. He is so happy. I love the fact that he uses Duck Hunt Dog. He really embraces the spirit of that character, and he's just a pleasant dude. He's such a nice person. So the fact that he's been slowly going up on the PGR just makes me so happy. You know, like, I actually thought he was going to be in the top 20, but at 23, still an incredible performance from him. He got top 8 at CEO, he got top 8 at a few other events, and I'm just so proud of him for just consistently playing. He took Leo to game 5. He somehow overcome so many bad matchups consistently. Like, he's beat me before, although that was last season. And I know the Duck Hunt matchup. He plays people that know the Duck Hunt matchup and just beats them anyway because he's like, hey, I'm smarter than you, my traps are better, my pressure is better, and I'm just gonna win. And he does that consistently over and over again. 2 wins on Cosmos, a win on Tweak, and a win on Larry Lur. Those are such amazing people to beat, and I'm just so happy for him because he's always just wants to push his character. He wants his character to be better, and he has done just that. You know, congratulations to you. I am so proud of you, Raito. I love you. And the third person I want to talk about in the 20s is myself. I was 21 again. I moved 0 places from last year. I didn't get the opportunity, or I guess I chose not to go to a bunch of the big events. I didn't go to Hyrule Saga, I didn't go to MomoCon, I didn't go to the ESA Las Vegas thing, you know, for valid reasons, but either way, so I didn't exactly get the opportunities to go to as many big events as I wanted to. I had my top 8 at Genesis, but then I did pretty lackluster at both CEO and Gommel. You know, I got a win on Fallen at Gommel, which is pretty good. You know, I feel like I'm playing really well. It doesn't feel like I went to these events and was playing poorly. Like, sometimes, yeah, I mess up because everyone messes up sometimes, but I feel like, you know, in my head, I'm still like a top 15 player, so it sucks to see that I'm at 21. You know, I feel like if I went to more of the bigger events, if I went to MomoCon, I went to the ESA Las Vegas event, you know, I would be top 15, but hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. But at the same time, I'm working on content for you guys, I'm working on content for the Games Over Easy channel, you know, and I'm trying to stream more, I'm just trying to be a more marketable person in general. So 21 for me, still pretty good. I have high hopes for the rest of Smash 4's lifetime, and then obviously going into Ultimate, but so don't worry, you're gonna see a lot of me soon. And for the 11 through 20, I wanted to talk about 2 people in particular. The first one being Light, the Fox main from New England. Light played so well this season. He is such an erratic player. It is so hard to pin him down. It is so hard to read his offense or his defense. He is just an incredibly fast player that uses Fox to his full potential, or not like his full potential, but like he uses everything in Fox's toolkit between fair footstool, reverse forward tilt combos, down air mid combo. He just is so creative with everything, and he's actually the highest Fox on this list for the first time. Larry Lair is not the highest Fox. Light at 13 is the highest Fox. Just playing him is one of the most pleasant experiences just in Smash 4's history. Like, I love playing against him because we're both very aggressive players, and when we play in money matches, we just kind of body each other back and forth, like I'll two-stock him a game, he'll two-stock me a game, or even like I'll body him first stock, he'll body me second stock, then we have a last hit game. He is so fun to play against. His aggression is so creative and fun, and I'm really proud of him because last season, you know, we saw the crazy ending to his season, which didn't count for the PGR, at the Smash 4 bootcamp, where he beat Mr. R, he beat, I think, Tweak, he beat Cosmos or something like that. He beat 3 amazing players, and so I'm just really proud of him. He's done so well. He has grown so much as a player, especially since school ended, so he's been able to focus on this game full time. So just congrats to you, dude. You have done an amazing job. Just keep it up, and I'm really excited to see where you go this season and going into Ultimate. And the person right below him is actually the person I want to talk about next, which is Fatality at 14. Fatality had a resurgence this season. At the Civil War season, we saw him get, I think, 15th on the PGR because he had a crazy string of wins that were just really impressive. And this season was no exception. Top 8 after top 8 after top 8. Fatality was present in top 8s so many times. He had wins on top players so many times. Just he, you know, I think he's like 4-0 with Cosmos this season. He got that crazy JV3. He has just consistently beat so many top players. You know, yeah, he has some losses to people like myself and a few people below me, but either way, Fatality has just shown he is so consistent, and he's getting, you know, I think his worst placement this season was like 17th, but he got like top 8 3 or 4 times, and he's been playing amazingly well this season. I'm happy to see him back. You know, inclusive of that, he's been doing way better in doubles. Obviously that doesn't count for the PGR, but he has done really much better in double. He has done much better in doubles, and that is amazing because now he's like a threat. Like, it used to be like, play Fatality in doubles, yeah, whatever, this is easy, just like kind of focus him, and he's gonna crumble in doubles. But now, he is such a scary player in both doubles and singles. He is a threat to literally anyone in the entire world, and just, he's been playing so well, and I'm very much so looking forward to another season of Fatality explosions. And that is going to be about it for the people that I wanted to comment on in the Pgr V6 that is coming out. Remember, guys, please check out the links down below. The full lists are still very interesting. I just picked the most interesting ones to me. And of course, don't forget to check out the PGR video for 1 through 10, which will be coming out on Friday. So please subscribe to Panda Global as well. You can see a bunch of their other content. As I mentioned at the beginning, please follow PG Swar, the PG Stats, and Practical Tasks because they have done so much work on the PGR. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.